ko alam kung kaya na ba i-end time. Dito na tayo.
Oo nga, yun na nga.
Yun, like,
2/3 na, 2/3. Kaya na siguro, depende kung saan tayo makakapag.
ako saan mapupunta. Pag dito sa baba, diba mabilis.
Sa baba.
Parts. I keep to the shadows for the most part. Not that there's any need to. The entire place just feels empty. Odd when a house this big should have a large staff. You'd think there'll be one or two roaming about for some late night chores or someone seeking out whoever's creating this ruckus. Parang lang rin pala alam mo, iniwan natin si Marian sa kitchen. Doon siya.
Okay.
Pero alam ko susunod ata siya. There's none, however.
Shouldn't they have security posted inside as well?
Nope. Unless their security means the butler, though I doubt scumbags that sloppy. He loves his life more than anything. Probably more than his own wife. And the things he's done, he's bound to make more than an enemy or two. He's also the kind who'll do anything to keep himself safe. Alive.
I wonder what he'll say when he finds out that there's something not human living with him in his own house.
Potential dangers aside, being on my own grants me a greater degree of mobility, which I'm more comfortable with.
Mag-isa lang siyang pumunta dyan.
Mag-isa lang siya pumunta.
Okay.
Pero alam ko susunod pa rin sila, ano. Yan,
Sila Isabella.
the gang. Sila Isabella.
Okay.
Sure, I could have enlisted McCullough's help. Next to the people who owns this, he's probably the one who's most familiar with the mansion. Tapos ano pala si si Marian, kulong pala siya doon like 4 days.
Ulul?
Oo, kasi ayun di ba ito yung nakulong siya. Ito. Tapos
Ayaw nga 28. Tapos sa
November 1 lang siya na
November 1 na. So that means wala na si dyan. Wala na si
Hana.
Si Hana.
Sa pagkakaalam ko dapat wala na si Hana kasi 'di ba nag-away sila tapos umalis siya.
Uy. Pabasa nga ako yung sa journal. Yung magkatabi siya.
Ito.
Yeah. A few stern words for Isabella. Ashton was left alone with the pregnancy policies. Maybe move it to the other side. Yeah. She knew.
Ayun, isa nag-aaway si malupit nga yung drama na yun Nag-aaway si Rebecca tsaka si Isabella. Tapos sabi ni Rebecca, ayun, parang I hope you didn't come here. Parang ganun yung sinabi niya. Oof, pare. Oof. We came back after that. Anyway.
Such. Panoorin ko na lang.
Next to the people who owns this, she's probably the... nabasa ko na pala. But the cons of bringing her outweigh the pros. She's better off somewhere, a quick exit's in sight. With no tag-along, I only have to worry about myself. Watch my back. Selfish, I know.
But necessary.
Necessary. Okay. In the same manner, this whole plan is, no matter how idiotic going into this is. Besides, I don't really need a guide when the house's layout is fairly simple, almost mirrored with only a few modifications in the rooms. Although I've only been here once, I think I already have a good grasp of this place ins and outs. As long as you can tell which is east and west, it shouldn't be hard to find my way around. After the dining room, the main foyer should be the next thing that greets me, where the woman's cries are leading me. Honestly, after what happened outside, I'm not even sure if I should be trusting what I'm hearing.
What happened outside? What happened outside?
Nung pumunta kasi siya sa dito sa mansion. Naghahanap siya ng papasok. And apparently, may mga guards posted around the mansion pala. So, ayan. Iniiwasan niya yung guards, tapos nahulog siya dun sa underground dungeon kung saan nakulong si Marian. Hinabol kasi siya ng ghost. Tapos yun, habang tumatakbo siya, bigla siyang nahulog. Then, yeah,
Okay.
he found Marian. Allah.
Tapos, grill.
It's grill. But with the whole house somehow seemingly devoid of any of its inhabitants, I'm inclined to look into this. More than surviving this curse, a huge part of this is my training speaking.
I just hope this isn't a crime scene I'm walking into.
But nothing's ever that simple, isn't it? Not when you're dealing with the supernatural. Nope. Because as soon as my feet crosses to the next room, something shifts. Oh no.
Oh, bloody.
Blood. In a flash, nearly without fanfare. It happens in the blink of an eye. I almost miss it. One moment, there's red. And the next, it's clean.
Oy.
Standing alone in the foyer. For a brief instant, I pause. Glancing wildly around the place, blinking twice as if my movements will spur the vision back. Yet, nothing. No blood dripping on the walls, none trailing down the stairs or pooled on the floor, no eyes watching my every movement. Only the same cries gradually growing in intensity the longer I dally, along with a voice. Mother! Desperate.
Where are you, Mother?
Pleading.
Mother, please. I don't want to be alone.
Oh, is that Hannah's voice?
Parang ano nga, di ba? Parang voice ni Hannah.
Oo nga.
Coming from the same direction I've heard the cries from. Upstairs. The place is not entirely empty then. A better question now is who? Definitely not Scumbag or the butler. I've yet to see hide nor hair of them, and not knowing their whereabouts puts me on the edge. I have to be careful not to make any noise or be seen. Maybe the wife? Though one can't really tell if it's her, the way the walls echo her voice. Nevertheless, it pushes me to move. Taking almost 2 steps at a time, despite the sickening feeling that something's lurking behind every great shadow, every small corner I pass. As if the house has several eyes watching my every movement. As if something alive dwells behind the walls itself. ... Uy, blood again.
Uy, blood.
Tumawa. Journal updated. What's the new one?
Oh yeah. I think it's the sneaky.
Parang ano lang, Leon Kennedy lang. I try to shake it off, but the uneasy sensation has already made home at the pit of my stomach. Dread, and it only grows deeper the closer I get to her. The relative emptiness of the place doesn't help either. Neither does the harsh wind battering the windows nor the sheets of rain pelting down the roof. Pero bakit bukas yung bintana, umuulan pare? Basa na yung mga kurtina, hindi yung floor.
Sana yung floor pa, papasukan.
For a fleeting second, I find myself wishing for Scumbag to simply show up. I don't get too far down into that train of thought. Abruptly, the cries stop, replacing it with...
Mother, please. She's here. She's here, Mother. She's going to take me.
Who's going to take you?
She won't leave, Mother. want to go with her. Tell her to go away. Mother! Mother, she's here! Help!
That can't be good. Adrenaline overcomes me in a rush. In no 2 heartbeats, my feet's already moving, before any sense can catch up or doubt creeps up to me. My hands ready at the holster as I hastily set off for the far side of the hall. One alarmed footstep after another, while struggling to keep that sense of panic at bay. A door lies ajar at the end and coming from the floor above.
She's going to hurt me! Help me!
Is that a ghost? What? I do not hesitate. Moving in, despite the lack of light, the steep stairs, or the thick layer of dust kicking up with my every step. Despite the lack of light, hindi ba dapat parang, since police siya, di ba, dapat may flashlight siya na dala lagi, along with his gun, you know, in case na or places and such. Walang point ang ano to, pare. Police.
Wala pare. Mahinang detective pare.
Oo nga eh. I pause only a moment upon reaching the top. Then, without wasting a second, I push the door open. Oh my god.
Oh.
What happened to her face? It's the...
Oh, gago, it's Ermengarde.
Oh, si Ermengarde,
Si Lady Ermengarde.
Yes. Oh, si Ermengarde.
Lady Ermengarde.
Ano mo itong pangalan niya? Sinabi Elizabeth ba? Ayun ba? Ewan ko. She sits in the middle of the room, shoulders hunched, shaking. Her hands cover her face as she weeps, oblivious to my presence. It's as if she has heard neither my footsteps nor the soft creaking of the door, continuing undisturbed like I'm standing in a time far removed from her. She doesn't even flinch when I call out to her.
Hey, are you alright?
Mother,
To walls in the night.
take me with you, please. I can still hear her.
Oh, so that's why kaboses niya si Hannah.
Ah. So, ano pa yung nangyari dito? Eh, siguro, di ba pinatay niya yung sinunog niya yung ghost, yung sa yung servant niya, which became the ghost. Siguro nung sinunog niya, the ghost haunted her. Siya yung unang victim, siguro. Eh, we'll know.
Help me! Help me, please!
Oh, she's the one who helped me. Wait, what? So sa kanya yung letter. Yung help me.
Possibly. We'll know. We'll see. Belatedly, I notice the blood on her hands. If it's the same one drenching the whole attic, I'd rather not know. How the whole room has ended up like this is the least of my problems at the moment. Even a single human body doesn't have this much blood. So, bodies? The thought sends an unpleasant twinge in my stomach. Does the Wright even know about this? He's bad news, alright, but this is beneath him. He'll definitely balk at first sight of it. Anyone will. Yet the woman lingers here, unmoved by the sight, letting her sobs fill the room.
Wait lang. Ano yung hawak ni Ash?
Yung niya, baril niya, naka-holster.
Naka-holster. Okay.
Yes. Pero ang weird lang tignan kasi parang ang laki ng holster niya, di ba?
Okay.
Repeating the words over and over again like a prayer of salvation. To whom? The mess of parchment she has left on the floor? Just what the hell is happening? Oh, parchment. So that it's paper, right? Oh, baka nga siya yung gumawa nung letter na yan. Help me.
Okay.
Tapos yung sent to 5 people, di ba? Sinabi naman na, or pinakita naman na yung mga estudyante yung gumawa nun.
Estudyante,
Oo.
Hey, lady, are you?
The rest of that question never makes it out. I don't even see it coming. Should have been Should have been more aware and on guard, really. Boom. But there's little I can do when a well-placed blow to the back of my knees makes me stumble. Bakit sa tuhod? Hindi na sa ulo. Batok.
Oh,
Pinenguin chop sa batok. New thing. Oh, it's just the crying woman. The momentum alone sends me reeling forward. Oh, bakit naka-ano yung kandila? Light.
nakasindi.
Oh. It barely even registers in my head that the woman's gone and the room's as normal as it can be. Not above the pain suddenly shooting up my side when I hit the floor. I don't even get the chance to get my bearings back when a hard enough blow to the stomach causes me to buckle down and land heavily on my knees. Gasping, I fumble wildly for my gun. Although before I am able to turn, level it and shoot, a hand grabs my wrist and twists it. Hard. Wow, kinky. Aghast. A
Ang nung
grunt.
sinabi mo,
Huh?
nung sinabi mo yung kinky, naalala ko yung hell of a boss ang puta.
Hello pa boss. Ano, masyado horny mga tao. Hello pa boss. A cry of pain slips past my mouth. The gun falls to the floor without a thump. As soon as it lands, a foot kicks it out of my reach and it slides uselessly under the bed. Agony suddenly explodes in my chin, jerking loose a sharp cry of pain and stars fill the edges of my vision. A brief moment of regret hits me for leaving my taser with McCullough, and a piece of cloth closes around my neck. Wala rin naman magagawa yung taser mo if you were jumped. Diba? Kung baril mo nga, walang ano. Wala nang kwento eh. Okay, banu ka eh. You're ano, pare. He's no Leon Kennedy. Ano tayo? So where are we?
What?
Bakit napunta dito? Di ba kanina parang mas malapit? Ha? Or am I just imagining things?
I think, dyan, sakto lang. Oh, sakto lang, boy.
Sakto lang. Without warning, my attacker pulls. Tight. Oh my god, kinky. Tight. I'm left gasping, choking and clawing for air, blindly reaching behind me as I still try to fight him off and loosen the pressure on my neck. Except any sort of movement only causes him to pull it out. What kind of
My, so many rats scurrying about in this mansion lately.
no.
Ay,
It's run.
It's run.
Righteous butler. Hit.
Tell me, what did you do with the madam?
But we did not do anything with the madam. I have no idea what he's talking about. Did something happen to Hannah Wright?
Let go, you asshole.
Now, Dummkopf, you're in no position to be rude.
Dummkopf.
Last time I checked, I'm not the one breaking into other people's homes. Now answer my question. What did you do with the madam?
The pain rings and resonates through my already sore body. Still, I managed to write it out and spit a mutinous...
You.
Fuck you.
Keep that dirty mouth babbling and you're getting a knife in the kidney. I assure you it will be more painful than this.
He really doesn't need to threaten me by now. It's all too much to bear at this point. My lungs feel like they're burning with the lack of air. Dark spots begin to fill the edges of my vision. Ever so slowly, the world around me dims. My consciousness rapidly slips away from me. And without meaning to...
Get away from him!
Oh, it's
Si Isabella.
Si Isabella na. Yung mga ano, race back, pare, race back.
Back up, pare, back up. Back up is here.
Oo nga. Hearing that voice, it's as if I've been doused with a bucket full of ice, cold water. Familiar. Too familiar. More importantly, it shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be hearing it here. She shouldn't be here. Immediately, my eyes snap open. What?
Oh, ako na yung taser.
Pero may hawak siyang rolling pin. I
Oh
mean,
my.
you already have a taser. What's with the rolling pin?
Baka pagka na-taste na niya, ipupukpuk niya
Hampasin
pa
niya.
yun. Ganun siya kabrutal pa.
And right there, right on the attic's doorway, stands Isabella, of all people. Rolling pin on one hand and a standard issue police taser on the other. My taser. Mine. No, our taser.
Our taser.
Pero mas ano yun, no? Yung mas weird, bakit si Isabella? For sure kasama niya
but
si Zach and si Rebecca. Bakit hindi si Zach?
Okay, bakit hindi si Zach?
Oh, diba? Zach is a bigger man. He's 6 foot tall guy. Diba? Big guy. Negro pa. Must have borrowed it from McCullough. Where else could she have gotten one? I doubt she has ever used one, even. Hell, the way she holds it right now, this guy can easily disarm her in one hit. But there's something in her eyes. Although there's a look of fear in them and her hand shakes, she keeps the weapon trained and pointed at Scumbag's lackey. Untrained or not, she does not plan to leave here without putting up a fight, it seems. Admirable, really, but it's just not something we need right now. I need her to be away from here. I need her safe. But the chances of that happening grow slim with every laughter that slips from him.
Oh, this is just getting better and better. The Bratwurst won't be pleased with the number of bodies we have to dispose of today, you know. Tell me, how many of you are there? So I can prepare the proper number of bags.
Damn it. What the fuck is going on? Why is she here in the first place? Did she follow after me? Who else came with her? Zach? Rebecca? Puro story update
Dalawa.
kada pangalan eh. Halata mo ano eh. Pag,
Oo.
pag namatay, wala sila eh.
Oo nga eh.
Kailangan sa yun. Ito. Yan.
Eh.
Jerk. May isa pa. Parang may isa pa. Isa pa pangalan siya ito, si McCullough. And are they all here?
Are they all here?
Yeah, are they all here? Uy, bakit wala
isa
yung
pa,
red
isa pa,
line
isa
dito?
Oo nga no.
Nakaka-usi, pare.
May isa pa.
May isa pa ba?
Ito. Isa pa.
Hindi, ito ata yun eh. Ito yung story update yan eh.
Yun na pala.
Oo,
Oo
yun
nga.
na. Panic surges within me. She knows how bad the situation is, but did she really have to run in here and expose herself like that? Does she even know how to use a taser? Fuck's sake. More than worrying for my life, it's her I'm concerned about. Kasi ano pa yun, no? Bakit hindi na lang niya binaril agad ni Isabella, di ba? Like, bakit in-announce pa niya, ha, I'm here, get away from him. Hindi na lang niya bzz
Dapat
agad eh.
like that.
Oh.
And then run away.
Getting strangled, dying by choking isn't part of the plan, but her following me here isn't either. This is why I prefer to do things alone. This is why I'd rather be the only one to take the consequences. I don't even want to think what this bastard might do to her after he's done with me. Though my voice comes up nearly a croak, I try to tell her as much. She has to leave. Stay far away from here and these people.
Don't! Damn it, Isabella! Get out of here!
Another bout of pain erupts in my side, cutting off my words. A cry of agony bursts from my mouth. I can taste blood in my tongue as I heave, attempting to get in as much air despite the towel still coiled around my neck.
Wait lang.
Ash?
Paano siya sinuntok?
Baka tinuhod. Hindi ko alam eh.
Pwede.
I don't know. Or baka tatlo yung kamay ni Ed Sheeran.
You're going to lose air quickly that way, Dummkopf. Better keep it shut.
Get out. 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 Val!
Don't be stupid! I'm not leaving you here!
So, kung ako kung ako naman yung bodyguard, pinatay ko na si Ash kanina pa. Di ba?
Oo nga.
He laughs. Too cruel, too unforgiving. The way each note beats against my ears, in spite of the warmth in them, sends chills down my spine. This is a man whose hands have already been stained with blood before. He won't hesitate.
I'd follow his advice if I were you, little girl.
He's
What could
already
you
hesitating.
possibly do with a toy?
Oh, he's already hesitating.
Just hand it over and be on your way. It'll probably be too difficult for a little girl like you to use.
There's a moment of silence. Fuck, I can barely keep my eyes open. But in the next second, though I still don't exactly understand what's happening, Isabella shouts. Late bloomer, you've been unlocked. Not a cry of pain, not a yell of panic, but one that's resolute, firm, perhaps in a tone that's leagues fiercer than any I've heard from her before.
Try me! Ashton, duck!
How?
Ow!
Bro, how? How the fuck do you
Oh my,
expect me to
how?
duck?
He's being choked.
I do.
Ow!
How? More out of instinct and desire to survive, closing my eyes before my mind can fully process what's going on. Tapos si Ashton pa rin yung tinamaan. It all happens in a blur. The telltale sound of a taser being discharged sounds through the room. The air crackles. Something whizzes by almost too close to my ear, followed by the thud of something blunt connecting solidly with another object. Hindi ba dapat parang na-electrocute din dapat si Ash doon? Kasi di ba hawak siya?
Not sure how it works, pero
Di ko lang kung if the electricity passes through clothes or whatever. Pero kasi di ba may ganun yun, yung parang it was an experiment before, yung magkakahawak sila ng kamay, tas yung dulong end na guy may parang hinawakan siya or basta yung electric thing, tas everything nag-connect sa kan, lahat sila na electrocute. Hindi naman namatay na electrocute, basta anyway.
I'm not sure kasi sa towel lang naman siya hawak ni Ed Sheeran. I'm not sure how it works.
Anyway, the next thing I know, the towel strangling me has started to loosen. I collapse on the floor, dazed and gasping for air. Dapat yung pinakita ba yung Wow!
Same shit lang dun sa background kanina.
From my peripheral, through the haze of blood rushing and sound slowly filtering back, the butler buckles, he spasms once. Then, without much fuss, falls face first beside me, knocked unconscious by 50,000 volts of electricity and a fucking rolling pin. What?
Pinalo nga siya.
Pinalo rin siya.
Yun yung tinamay sa punta ka na sa log.
Yung something
something blunt.
Oh.
Followed by the thud of something blunt connecting.
Kinombo siya ni gago ni Isabela pagkabaril lang taser. Oh.
So I was right.
He'll be out for a while. I have no idea whether I should laugh or cry at that. Somewhere in front of me, my oxygen-deprived brain vaguely registers Isabella's form. He slumps on the floor, also breathing heavily. Right next to her trembling hands, both the taser and the rolling pin lie useless and forgotten. while the mood in the room eases. A long, gradual process of the tension lifting. For countless seconds, we remain quiet, only our short gasps and sighs to fill the silence, allowing the adrenaline ebb away and both our breathing to slow. Not a true repose by any means, but simply a brief respite. There's still the curse. We're still inside the mansion, in imminent danger. We still have no idea how to fix this. Outside, the rain seems to only intensify. Lightning flashes fleetingly somewhere, white and piercing, and the sky rumbles. No rest for the wicked. Wicked, wicked. ... I stir first. Once recovered, having regained some semblance of sense and strength. Breathing still hurts, but it's bearable, as it's moving. Although every small motion causes a wince, there will be bruising. Tomorrow, I can manage. Retrieving my gun from under the bed is easy. Only with some sort of effort, I am able to drag an unconscious man to the far end of the room, snapping one end of a handcuff on his wrist while fastening the other on the bed frame. That should keep him restrained for a few hours, in case he wakes up prematurely. All through this, Isabella stays quiet. In fact, she hasn't even moved since. Her hands still shake and taking in long draws of breath while she stares vacantly in front of her, almost as if she's in shock. Perhaps she isn't even expecting any result, spurred only by some kind of desperation. Now it's sinking in. Fortunately, we need to get moving. We don't have time to wait for everything to register in our heads. Kneeling in front of her, I give her a light shake.
Belle, we need to go. We can't stay here.
Slowly she turns, staring at me with wide eyes. Worry flickers briefly in them, along with something ineffable. Then, without warning, she lifts a hand and slaps me right across the face.
Tangay na savage pa.
Dahil na sinampal. Ooh. The sound of it cracks the air, shattering the silence like a fragile glass breaking. And the ghost be like, "Oh my god, drama." Ano lang yung ghost? Oh yeah.
I need me some popcorn.
Tsaa pare, tsaa.
Bakit
I'll
mo
hunt you
pinaplops
later.
kay Rebecca?
Despite the familiar rumble of thunder outside, it manages to ring louder above the storm. I don't even know what hit me, till my head has already snapped back and my cheek stings with her anger. And it is anger. In spite of the stillness and the lack of words afterwards, not fuming though, never fuming, but the kind that burns lightly and soundlessly. Frustration instead of a seething rage. One that ebbs just as quickly as it flows, and once the tide subsides, there's only that gleam in her eyes, warm, steadfast, and unflinching. A little explanation would be really nice, though. After almost getting choked to death by... choked to dead? To dead? Di ba dapat?
Death.
Oh, death. Choked to death. A slap is the last thing I ever want to receive. Hell, breathing is still painful.
What was that for?
Though she speaks softly, her irritation slips from her lips, harsh and piercing. Almost as sharp as the lightning streaking across the night sky and rain still falling hard. Every word weighted with the same truth underneath her gaze.
What was that for? What was that for?
What was that for?
I think I should be the one asking questions here. What is wrong with you?
Isabella!
Ang weird talaga nung... Ito, yung pagkakasigaw niya. Di ba nung isang part, gantong-ganto rin?
Pero yan na yan din.
And I think
And
he
I
shouldn't...
don't think
Oh.
hindi rin dyan niya nata.
Oh, hindi dapat dito ewan ko.
If Zach didn't slip up, no one would have known where you went.
One person knowing is enough, Isabella. And shouldn't I be asking you the same question? Why are you even here?
Munod siya, putangin mo pala eh. Ano mo, Ash? Bo.
Please don't tell me Zach and Rebecca are with you.
He's quick to avert her gaze.
They are, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Jesus Christ. I don't care if you think you're being brave right now. You've just put yourself in even more danger by going here.
Oh yeah? Well, you almost died. He could have suffocated you right then and there, and you could have died.
I told Zach to give me 4 hours. That would have been enough time to...
It would have been too late. And by the time anyone ever finds out, you're already fertilizer.
She trails off, drags one indrawn breath after another. A brief lull as her frustration finally gives, dissolves into something more pensive and somber. Her shoulders droop, and though her voice rises hoarse and weary in her next words, there's only certainty.
You count too, you know? When I said that night, when I told you that I don't want to lose anyone anymore, that includes you. Alive. We're still here, Ash. You have us.
Magaling yung ano eh, no? Magaling yung voice actress ni Isabela eh.
Oo nga.
Kasi ano, nanakakwento ko naman sa'yo yan, di ba? Siya si Jing Liu sa Honkai Star Rail.
Yes.
Ayun eh.
You have Rebecca with you. Don't make her worry like that.
Sa tingin ko iba dapat to eh, or wala dapat to kasi Rebecca. So di ba, we chose Rebecca for the romance part. Hanggang. Saan ba tayo? I think ito yan, story update yun. Pag si Isabella pinili natin, diretso siya. Dito.
Siguro. Common route lang siguro.
Butterfly effect, pare.
Butterfly, pare. Butterfly. Fly.
And once their meaning fall, rar, it does so not with force of a dam breaking or a raging storm. What?
What? What does that mean?
Weird. And once their meaning fall, rar, it does so not with force of a dam breaking or a raging storm. Does so not with force of a dam breaking or a raging. It's siguro yung like yung weight nung words niya, I guess. Kasi not with force of a dam breaking or a raging storm. Ayan ba? Diba? Sorry. Yung weight or I don't know. The words, her words and something. But with gentle, steady warmth of a hearth burning, an ember easing slowly, lightly rising and giving, until all that's left is a truth, an understanding. Not alone. Never alone. Oh, no. Sa pagkakaalala ko parang pag pinili natin si Isabella na i-roman, dito yung part na yung kissing scene nila ni Ash sa part natin.
Oh, dyan sa mansion.
If I remember correctly. It lingers, even as we both drift back into silence and her words take root. Because in the hush that swells after, another warmth blooming. Wala. Pleasant, welcoming, like finding home, like finding ourselves in the haze a squall has left, creating something fragile yet immutable in both of us. It's in her eyes, in the way she holds my gaze, unwavering, in the way she carries herself despite sitting amidst a place she fears, in the way she keeps herself from trembling and falling apart because fear is inconsequential when the people she cares about are at risk. A change, She realizes that now, holds on to it. Another little thing, another small thing from her that may go unnoticed and pass by quietly, but will eventually amount to a lot of things. Sometime between finding that letter and this moment, something has shifted in her. If this is the old Isabella, she'll be hysterical, probably with a lot of things and hiding behind people involved. Won't even dare march in her in here dapat yan, I think.
In here.
In her. In here alone to save anyone. Who would have thought? Despite this and the truth, in her words, I can't look her in the eyes, only because I know for myself that she's right. When, for a long time, I don't answer, she abruptly stands up and gives me a light push. Not enough force to hurt, though I do end up sitting on my backside. Then she sticks out her tongue and blows a raspberry before quickly removing herself from the room. Ano ko yung sticks out her tongue. Okay. But what's blows a raspberry?
Yun, yung...
Ay ba?
Hindi, yung yung gano'n.
Ganon?
Yung gano'n.
Yung pala tawag dun, blows a raspberry.
Yes.
Time.
Alam mo ba kasi ko natutunan, saan ko nalaman kung ano yun?
Saan?
Sa anime.
Ulol.
Sa subtitle. May nag-ganon. Tapos blow sa raspberry yung
yung subtitle, blow sa raspberry.
Oo.
Okay, lagi. Hindi ko alam yun, I should. Here's to hoping this realization doesn't come too late for me. For all of us, I have a lot to fix. With a heavy sigh, I follow after her. ... What? Power still hasn't... Ano meron? Ano may umuutot, pare?
Gago, nag-iiyutan na sila, pare.
Oo nga. Power still hasn't come back when we make our way downstairs. Tricky, considering the stairs to the attic are a bit old. So, nag-brown out? Hindi sinabi na nag-brown out eh. Or nawalang power. Kasi kanina, di ba, yung nasa dining, may ilaw.
Hindi ko napansin. Pero feeling, another note, siguro yung kung si Isabella yung since sinabi mo na na dyan pa lang yung part na magkikiss sila. Siguro yung instead of yung blow sa raspberry, siguro yun nga, yun yung kiss.
Yung kiss. Oo nga.
After niya itulak.
Pwede, no. Nasaan ba tayo? Oop, we look like it's with here.
Yes.
Siguro yun nga eh. One misstep and anyone might end up slipping and falling. You're lucky if that's all that'll happen to you. With the stairs this steep, a broken neck is a likely outcome. Thankfully, Isabella's here to guide me through the darkness. She knows this place better than anyone after all, in spite all of the misfortunes it has brought to us.
Careful, the floorboards over there aren't very sturdy.
Right on cue, the same board I'm stepping on creaks and suddenly breaks. The pieces falling somewhere with a dull thunk.
Oh shit. Scumbag wouldn't be too happy about that.
Yep.
Ow, my foot.
See? I told you so. You never listen to me.
They renovated the whole mansion. They can't even replace one tiny part of the house.
Why don't you file a complaint to BRC then? I'm sure they'd be thrilled to hear it. You know it was such a rush job.
Outside, the winds have intensified. Even from here, I can hear the gusts battering the window in the attic. That's not the wind. Makes you wonder why up until now, the only person we've encountered from this house is the butler. Although to some degree that makes sense. He is in charge of running the place. Where are the other servants, though? In this storm, wouldn't anyone want to stay inside? The likely assumption is they're all asleep. The route I've taken doesn't really pass by the rooms they've likely assigned as the servants' quarters. However, they have also heightened security. I've brushed it off earlier, thinking they'll be posted a lot closer to where the master's rooms are. But the second floor's devoid of anyone as well. As if every inhabitant of this place has suddenly disappeared overnight. They have. More importantly, where's that scumbag? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. The fact that we're here, right in the fucking middle of it, makes me all the more queasy. And that feeling only escalates once we reach the landing and Isabella swings the door open. Oh, we're in the kitchen.
Oh,
Teleport sila pare. She pauses abruptly right in the doorway that I almost run into her. A look of confusion in her as she looks wildly around the place, wordlessly taking in her surroundings. With each turn and shift of her eyes, her shoulder only grow tenser. The look of apprehension slowly dawns on her.
Isabella, what are you...
We aren't supposed to be here.
Oh, so they did got teleported.
oh.
Sure enough, when I look up, we're standing right in the kitchen, pots, pans, and all. In one corner, Zach and Rebecca watches almost as surprised to see us. Di ba't, take it. Hindi nyo na kailangan like, dumaan ng foyer and it's a
What?
teleport thing. Fast travel. Magkakasama na kayo. Happy, yay! McCullough's also with them. Of course, she didn't listen to me, if I've already exceeded the 15 minutes we've agreed on. Although color and strength seems to have already returned to her, enough for her to be able to stand unassisted. The empty plate on the corner appears to have played a part on that. Good news, I guess. As for the other two, however,
Kumain
nakikita.
pa eh.
Well,
Kumain pa ang puta.
marami naman silang pagkain dito. Okay lang yan. Ito, ina. Relieved as I am that they've had the sense to wait and not venture deeper into the mansion, I can't keep but roll my eyes at both of them.
Zach, I said 4 hours.
I know, but Isabella asked and... Come on, bro. You know I ain't a very good liar.
Buding. Nandito ka lang all this time? Putang ina, si Isabella lang pinaano mo dun. Buding.
And it didn't even occur to you to stop her?
Oo nga, buding.
We all tried, all right? She was out the door before we could say anything.
And you didn't go after her? Buding.
Oo nga.
And how did you guys even get in here?
You're the jowa.
Oo nga eh. All three of them exchange a look. One that I absolutely don't like. In the end, it's Isabella who speaks up, albeit with a bit of hesitation.
We heard someone scream, Ash. It led us here.
What? Huh?
You heard someone scream from where? You were at the bar. I left you at the bar. And that doesn't answer my question. Uy. Without warning, the door behind us slams shut.
We need to get out of here.
You're right. I need to get these people out of here. Lucky we're in the kitchen and we have two ways out. The back door and the cellar offers. I bet they're both locked. Except the hatch won't budge when I pull at it, and neither does the back door. If something has locked it firmly on the other side. That also gives it a few tries, but even with the guy's strength, it won't open. There's a long bout of silence in which we all simply look at each other, likely sharing the same thoughts. We're trapped. The window! Break the window!
Oo nga.
Something or someone has intentionally led us here. The strategies of a ghost.
The warfare.
Fuck. Fuck. In that same moment, once realization dawns in, something shifts again. Is it the bloody kitchen now? Oh no, it's just bread.
Oh,
Oh no,
it's
blood.
already-
Blood though, yo, blood. But where's the
Where?
blood? There's no blood. In every nook and cranny, over every surface and in every inch of the floor, there's no blood, it's clean.
Oh, baka kaya siya rin. It's
Well,
strange.
but diba, dapat like there's dripping all over, but it's clean. Parang naging red light lang or something. Red hue. Something ganun. Wait, there's the journal. Let's see what's new. Pero ano yun, tuloy-tuloy yung ano. Parang kada scene, every scene, may ano na sa journal. Ano lang eh, it's like the game telling you na, oh yeah, these are important parts. Kaya tuloy-tuloy na siya. Ayun kasi, di ba, nasa mansion siya. Punta siya sa sa cellar. Ay sa, tama, underground dungeon. Nakita niya si Makolo. Ginamit niya to free the hinges of the door thing, the jail. Punta sila sa cellar. He saw the glass shards. Iniwan niya si Makolo sa kitchen with a taser. And umakyat siya, then this one, then this one, then this one, and then this one. Tayo tuloy-tuloy.
Ano na eh. Tag ito. Climax sa pare.
Climax na. This time, unlike the first one I've seen, it remains, and gradually, the whole room begin to reek of that familiar metallic scent. Sharp, suffocating. Ooh. Around us, every object, including the cupboards, have started to rattle as well. Wag nito, pare. The sounds from outside, foreboding, rumble of thunder, and even the howling of winds have begun to fade away, replaced by whispers, shouts, and cries of pain. Though inaudible, each beat and note bombards every crevice in my head dapat yan. Every crevice in my head with vague images and sounds. There's no time to make sense of everything, however. I'm already shouting, fueled purely by adrenaline, barking orders and making a break for the door that leads to the next room, the dining. It should take us straight to the foyer where the main door is.
Move! Run!
Right in front of us, the mansion started to change and we're in the thick of it. However, instead of the dining room, like it's supposed to open to, we're in the bedroom. The bedroom welcomes us instead. Naging ano na to naging maze na ba? Naging labyrinth na. Drifting labyrinth. An image that lasts only but a second before blood begins to seep into the room. Oh no! The curtains! Filtering into the walls, trickling from every nook and cranny, everywhere, furniture shakes and every beam rattles. Oh. Before we can even step back from the horror gradually unfolding in front of us, the door slams shut. Bukas yung balcony, talon kayo. A loud thud, bringing a sense of dread and chill creeping up in each of us. Along with it is another realization. The whole place is reordering itself. And with the door closed right behind us, showing no signs of budging, even through sheer force, there's no choice but to go forward and hope to all gods that it'll lead us to an exit. We're in the study. Until then, running's the only thing we can do, spurred by nothing but fear and a sense of desperation to live.
It's useless, Ashton and Frey.
Si yung boss na yun, yung sa tropa ni ni...
nga, diba? Ni Marian.
Marian.
Kilala rin siya. Tropa rin sila. But with each room we pass, it only becomes apparent that the house has no intention of letting us leave. It lured all of us here and we've fallen for it. Now it's playing a little game with us. A sordid form of amusement. Wanna play a little game? For whom? Their laughters are the only thing we can hear. With every hall we cross and door we slide open, the hope of finding an exit merely dwindles. The gun at my hip is useless here. I am useless here. Some fucking genius I am. Some fucking person to trust I am.
You're not a genius.
You're not a genius. You're an idiot. All of those, they mean nothing in the face of the unknown. Into the unknown!
I'm nag-post.
You finally figured it out. Huh, Ashton Frey? Just give it up.
Baby, give it up, give it up. Naging musical.
All of them will eventually die because of you.
And you are going to die alone.
May halong boses ni Zack.
Oo nga.
Shut your fucking mouth.
You know it's true though.
Ang landi ng boss ni Zack ang puta.
Gago ang naaalala ko gago si ano. Yung sa Hell of a Boss din, yung Scene of Lost.
You know?
Yung Scene of Lost, yung ano, yung jowa ng clown.
Scene of Lost? Asmodeus?
Yeah.
Asmodeus. Yung Joan, si ano din ba? Si, ano pangalan ng clown doon?
Si Fizz.
Ha?
Si
Pizzaroli.
Fizzaroli.
Oh, yun, si Pizzaroli. Kasi, Pizzaroli.
All of it. It's why all you can do is tell us to shut up. You don't want to hear a single word because you're already aware of it. You can't even admit it to yourself. Who's the coward now?
But no matter how hard you try, you're not gonna be able to save anyone.
The more gruesome the place turns, the bleaker our chances simply get. Wails and screams fill our ears as we pass by, words from a time in people long gone, laced with nothing but pure agony, calling out, reaching out to us. Their voices almost too real, as if we're not only the ones trapped here, that there are others begging for release from this wretched place. Or maybe it's all just a show? A taste of what we will eventually be. Souls forever held captive in a never-ending nightmare.
Mother, I've done it, Mother. Take me with you, please. I can still hear her. She's here. Help me! Help me, please!
Is this what the curse is? What it means for all of us? That the letter, not a morbid cry for help, but an invitation? A beckoning for unsuspecting souls to be dragged into this place's horrors? To be put under centuries and centuries of torment and agony? Suddenly, dying a painful death seems preferable, enticing than ending up here, living a tortured existence. Or perhaps it's all the same. Still, hope worms its way into me, not a usual thing for someone like me. But after going through countless doors and corridors, every little sign of hope I'm willing to cling to, as long as it'll get us out of here. We're back in the dining room again. How long have we been running? How long since we've left the kitchen? At some point, I've lost track of time. With the windows barred tight and the sounds lifting in the air, nothing but shouts and shrieks, it's impossible to tell. Not that it matters when an end is in sight. Ooh. May chairs. Shelves and furnishings bar the door. each stained with blood and gore. Ginadya ba yun? It rhymes, bro.
Oo.
Try it again. That if the situations isn't as desperate as it is, I'll find a different way out.
Wait, why? Do you need to find a different way
Go
out?
on. It looks,
Pwede nyo naman.
malay mo, it's a trap. But there's
Zack is a
still...
big guy.
What? Oh my, there's
Zack
also
is a big guy. Kaya niyang push aside.
But there's still a gap left at the topmost part for a person to go through. As long as you use the shelves to climb. Not shelves, it's chairs.
Why?
It's an exit, all right.
From here I can spy the familiar walls of the foyer. Relief. Only relief washes over me. Although my legs have been strained taut by all that running, and every bone and muscle in my body ache, there's only an easing. Sense of tension relieving while energy back flows through me again at the sight of an end. Baliktad yung ano? Baliktad yung ito, di ba?
Yung back tsaka flows.
Back flows while energy flows back dapat. Backflow. Tayo lang. Anyway. No sooner I'm leading us out of it. Zack helps McCullough first, assisting her up and through the gap, before giving a hand to both Rebecca and Isabella. The moment the ladies are in, I nod for him to go through.
Go ahead. I'll watch your back.
Surprisingly, he does that without any protest. Not that there's any need to. Sometime after entering this room, the whole place has calmed down. No wails, no whispers, just a silence too deafening. I'm not letting my guard down until everyone's on the other side of this nightmare, safe. For all I know, this may just be a calm before another storm. Without further incident, however, Zack makes it to the other side and I'm following after him. May hahatak sa paa niya. Pustahan tayo, may hahatak sa paa niya. However odd this hush is, I turn my back from it and climb up. It's a tight fit, but I managed to squeeze myself in. How can it be a tight fit kung nagkasya si Zack? Diba?
Oo nga.
Laki-laki ni Zack eh. If kasya si Zack, then it's not a tight fit for you. The unease remains though. Maybe it's the adrenaline still coursing through my knee, or how easy everything has been after living through that nightmare, fleeting as it is. But for some reason, something's still nagging at me. Call it a detective's instinct, or my training, or whatnot. I have a feeling something's going to happen and catch us unprepared. Yep, it will. Something will.
Something, yes.
Unconsciously, before dropping down on the better side of this dream, my hand shifts to the gun at my hip. Paputa Leon Kennedy. Instinct has never failed me before. Oy, they're back. Back to reality. My feet haven't even landed firmly on the floor when...
Had I known there would be a party in my own home tonight, I would have opened a bloody bottle or two. People these days, in my own home, can you believe it? I feel so left out.
A chill seeps into every vein in my body. All of a sudden, every ache, every pain returns to me tenfold, and my knees threaten to buckle at the sound of his voice. Though it appears friendly, I know it is anything but. One does not spend investigating a man like him for over a year and holding a grudge against him for more without knowing everything about him. His quirks, his habits, I'm familiar with all of them. What a stalker! Stalker, puta.
Detective para, detective. It's called, taking out para.
Eating out. And right now, Luke fucking right is beyond pissed. Lifting my gaze upwards is nearly too painful, knowing the danger. Not to me, but to those who have been lured in here by the curse. Uy po, bang bang. The handgun catches my eyes first, next to that smarmy smile on his face, while he holds McCullough, Zach, Rebecca, and Isabella at gunpoint. Its sight enough to lodge a painful thorn up my throat. I've been too complacent, too focused on other things that I've completely set aside the fact that the scumbag will not be too pleased to see us here without knowing our reasons. I mean, it's late at night tapos naka-suit and tie ka sa bahay mo. I mean, yes, it's your house pero hindi ba dapat nakapantulog ka? Di ba? Tangina. Or, ano yun, narinig na may nag-iingay. Wait, shit, nakapantulog ako. Bibihis muna ako.
Let me get my drip on.
Oo. Ayusin ko muna yung buhok ko. Tangina yun. But even with those good intentions, curses and ghostly apparitions aside, we're still trespassing in his home. The question is if he's even aware that the whole of his household has somehow disappeared and he might be the only one here. Likely not. Fuck. Even with people he knows among the crowd, there's a significant effort in him not to simply shoot everyone in sight.
And really, Daisy, even you, what would Kylie say?
Luke, this isn't what you're thinking. You have to listen to us. There's something going on here.
Well, obviously, why else would people be trespassing in my home? What about little Lily over there, then? What's your excuse? Checking back if your clients are doing okay? Is that it? Is this what this is? Oh, we're doing good, by the way.
Sir, please.
Oh, please what?
Becca's right, sir. We need to get out of this place. You need to leave.
Tut, not a good enough excuse, darling. You people are the ones who need to get out of my sight. Don't worry, I might consider pressing lighter charges for the woman. Can't say the same for the rest of you. But really now, I swear the people of this city need to be taught the meaning of privacy. This is how you want to start the week. Why don't we just go with a bloody massacre if we want to surprise people in their homes, huh?
Start the week, so is it Monday? Not Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Casually, he waves the handgun at them as if it's just a mere toy and his words are no threat. The safety's off on his, nothing stopping him from pushing through with his words. Call me paranoid, but at the slight gesture, I draw my own and level it at him. Finger on the trigger and ready to release the safety catch in case things go south. Uy po, putokan sila ng baril.
Ay, puta.
May hihikaw pala si Hihikaw si Luke. Anong what?
Anong tawag sa ganyan? Standoff. It's a standoff.
Standoff. Yung cowboy standoff thing. I think it's called the Mexican standoff, yung ba? Ang ganun. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, pero yun, standoff. Puta. He's pissed.
He's quick to train his own on me, though, and just like that, we're at a standstill. Wala pare standstill daw, standstill. Hindi standoff.
Now, feathers, manners.
Feathers?
Bakit feathers?
Okay, bakit dahil sa jacket yung fluffy
But
things?
it's fur.
Okay.
You're in no position to be pointing that gun at people.
Eh?
Ang weird nung pinky ni Ash. Para naka-pinky out.
Okay. Eh.
Why don't you put yours down first, and then we'll talk about manners.
Oh, he talks back. The gall!
Audacity!
Audacity.
You know, your kind pisses me off so much.
Shooting him right now would be so worth it. The way he stares at me like I'm a damn pest. But this isn't what I've come here for. I'm not a murderer, as much as I loathe him. I'm not the kind who will kill people in cold blood for my own gain or amusement. The law will bring him what he deserves one of these days. At the moment, however, we're all in the same boat with his curse, and he needs to understand that. The longer we stand here, the more time we're wasting and losing. Something we don't have much of. But how can I convince him? Is this a choice? The scum is so full of himself, prefers to hear the sound of his own voice more than those of the people around him, no matter how much sense they make. Probably only way I can make him listen is if I beg. No way in hell that's happening. I knew it. It's a choice. Maybe I should eliminate the immediate danger first and disarm him? Asan na tayo? I think we're at the tail end. Like, legit at the tail end.
I think so.
Ayan na.
Oh,
Dito na tayo, ma. We can end now. And depending on the choice that we make, we can die. Di ko lang alam kung anong choice yung tama. Do we beg or do we disarm him?
I think we disarm. Because I'm not sure if begging would...
Okay, baka kasi if we beg him, we drop our gun for sure, diba? We drop our gun. Look, you have to listen. And bang! Fuck you, dipshit.
And I think begging him would, parang it would only boost his ego. Knowing, look.
How ba kaya relationship niya, no? I think hindi naman. Let's disarm.
Yeah, let's try.
Well, Ash, if you die, you die.
Sorry about this. I really don't have time for you.
Walang
impact.
I don't think twice. Within the span of a heartbeat, I'm moving and pulling on the trigger.
What?
Oof.
Binaril niya.
Binaril yung kamay. 2 shots in quick succession echo across the whole foyer and both hit their mark true.
I was not expecting na he would disarm him by shooting him. I was expecting na...
Nalimutan ko na rin kasi. Akala ko parang yung... Kasi there's parang maliit lang yung gap or baka sa drawing lang, but Anyway. Wright recoils with a sharp cry of pain. His pistol falls useless to the floor with a loud clang, followed by drops of blood from his bleeding wrist.
Why, you insolent!
He's down in 2 successive steps when I tackle him on the floor, pinning him hard with my arm. Gago, nagalit yung
Nagalit yung
Don't touch my man! Although before I can knock him out with a solid right hook, an agonized wail bursts through the tense air, loud enough to echo along the dark, empty halls of the mansion. Piercing enough for every occupant in the foyer to cover their ears and close their eyes. Then, all at once, there are images. However, there's no time to make sense of all of it. Amidst the discord and the noise, something whizzes past by, too close, too swift. A brief, keen blur that barely registers in my eyes, like an arrow quickly finding its mark and heading straight for... Oh my god, we're gonna die, bro. We're gonna die, bro. Rebecca? What? Time slows. Oh my god, Rebecca dies? No. Haharang tayo. In one moment of clarity, my body moves on its own, heart pounding hard against my ears, blood rushing through every vein. Spurred only by adrenaline in a desperate bid to reach her crouched, unsuspecting form, and I don't even get to yell for her a second time. I don't even get to call her name. Bam! We died.
Ash!
You killed Ash, bro. Boom! You killed Ash, bro. Do we load?
Oh no.
Do we load? Kasi di ba we bubuhayin natin sila lahat sa run na to. An acute pain burst through my chest in the next instant. All of a sudden, let's load.
Yeah, let's load.
Let's load. Ginalit mo yung multo, pare. Hindi natin na-take into account yun.
Oo nga,
Ginalit yung
tangina.
multo. For the viewers, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Kasi,
boys.
kasi
Sorry,
may
boys
mga
and
ano
girls.
di ba? May mga gamers or players na gano'n na ayaw nilang niloload or mas may term dun eh. But anyway, bubuhayin namin sila lahat dito. So let's beg. Let's beg. Ayun na. We killed Ash. Oopsie! Saan tayo? Ay na kasi buboy. Disarm him. He died. Pahaba yung ano. Ay, sa shorter rap. Beg it to the end. My life's not the only one at risk here, however. There's Zach. Yan na naman. There's Rebecca. There's Isabella. There's Marianne. Si Marianne ba? Makakala si Rebecca. Ilan yun? Ayun, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, meron pa. Marami pa.
Marami pa, boy.
May 3 pa. Tayo. We're all unknowing victims to this fucking curse. I'm in no position to pick who to save and who I should simply let die. I suppose my pride can take a few hits and I can set aside my beef with this asshole. Taking a deep breath, slowly I lower my pistol. Pistola! Though still on the edge and at ready, in case he does something, I do my best to assume a less aggressive stance.
Listen, right. I need you to.
Achievement to swallow your pride. Mabuhay tayo.
You broke into my house, and somehow you expect me to listen like a good little boy. Are you a bit touched in the head,
You
Feathers? I'm
you
not the
are
one
a
breaking
little boy.
laws here.
Unchild talaga eh.
Look here, fucker. If I wanted you dead, I could have done it so many times already. In fact, I can easily shoot you down right here, right now.
But if you did, you'd die. The ghost will kill you.
And you won't be able to do a damn thing, even with that gun.
But it was a great shot from the ghost. You spear ano yan.
Oh,
That's one Achilles throw right there, bro. Ay nang husay nun.
Malupit.
Suddenly he laughs, almost howling in fact. Like I've just told him the best joke he's heard all his life. The only thing missing is for him to keel over and start rolling around the floor, all while I do my best not to sock him with the sorry end of my pistol.
You have guts, Feathers. You have guts.
Mangat ba yung relationship natin?
Did you hear what you just told me? You've just threatened me inside my own house. My own home. You know what I'm thinking right now? In another lifetime, we would have probably gotten along well.
He's right on that, at least. I might have ended up like him if I didn't have Professor Andrew, Rebecca, Zach, and Isabella. One mistake and it would have been too late for me. With his laughter rings all of those possibilities I could have lived, but there have never been given the choice. All because I have other people with me, people who care. A sobering realization. Not so much when suddenly his chuckling stops. In 2 heartbeats, he marches towards me, grabs my collar, and aims his gun right at my head.
Ashton! Luke, no!
Ayan, ayan.
Yun yung sunod-sunod.
Magsasalita sila, yun yung ano.
Ah.
Oo. Since buhay kayo, magsalita kayo. Yung, si Zach.
Si Zach, tapos si Makala.
Hey, now you two, I'm sure we can all talk about this first.
Then, hindi naman yata si McCall.
Hindi.
I think.
Budoy.
Hindi. Nakatahimik lang siya. Like, oh, At this distance, a slight flick of that finger on the trigger will be able to do more than kill me.
What is it that you people really want with me?
Money.
This is the second time this week, and I'm really getting weary of this little game.
Second time this week?
Second time this week? What?
Who's the first?
Baka yung ano, yung sa party.
Possibly. Pwede.
Did the NCA send you to apprehend me, or has somebody paid you off to kill me? Which one is it, Feathers? Mind you, my arm's getting tired. Better answer quick if you don't want to meet the business end of this gun.
The business end. Nice. I keep my eyes trained on him, in spite of the huge threat he poses right now. Because if there's anything people like him, like us, prefer, it's honesty. You don't give that impression without keeping a solid eye contact.
I'm not with NCA. I'm just here to help. There's something else in this house, and we're all in danger. You have to believe me, right? You need to let us go. You need to get out of here before it's too late. If you want to keep your sorry ass alive, you'll listen to people with more brain cells than you.
Ooh. With more brain cells than you.
Why, you insolent!
His finger moves, but I am prepared. My hand ready to reach up, disarm him, and knock him out. If I have to drag him out of this place unconscious, to keep him from suffering the fates of every other person who has died from this curse, so be it. However, before either of us can fire a shot or tackle the other to the ground, another voice echoes throughout the foyer. Small little thing compared to the storm raging outside. It rings above it, nevertheless, causing all of us to stop and turn.
Is it sabi ko na si Hana eh.
Ito ito naalala ko to. Yung mangyayari dito if iba yung kinalabasan kay Hana. Pag sinapian si Hana, hindi ganito yung lalabas. Parang si Hana mismo yung nakatayo tapos she looks like scary looking.
Oh, she's
sinasapian siya ng ghost, parang ganyan.
Ah.
Pero since 'di ba hindi sinapian si Hana, so ito. He was held hostage by the ghost.
Passive needs.
Passive needs. Yeah. At the top of the staircase, Hannah Wright stands. To make matters worse, that thing's behind her, menacing, a rotting hand wrapped firmly around her neck. It looks like death. Pale and shaky, eyes red with tears, we nearly don't hear her as she pleads.
Luke, help me. Please.
Outside, another streak of lightning flashes and a clap of thunder ripples across the sky. In death's grip. Oh, any more fubor than what?
How did he even see the lightning?
I don't know. Baka yung ilaw lang siguro. Di ba pag may lightning, it lights yun.
Bagay.
As if this whole thing can't get any more foobar than it already is. Alam mo yung foobar?
Fucked up beyond. Ano yun?
Assault rifle. And then all recognition.
All
Fucked up beyond
recognition.
all recognition. Foobar. Oops. ... Oh my god, is that the end? Oh, it's the end. Dalawang ... na yun. Oh, it's the end. It's Luke. My god, we ended Ashton's chapter. Story updated, journal updated.